Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to be hemming a pair of men's trousers, and you can see where when he came to have them fitted, I marked them with a pin. That is how much they need to be taken up. Right there is 2¼ inches. So the first thing I need to do is take out the original seam. And I use a straight edge very carefully. I go in there and I just tap the threads like this, and it comes out super fast. It makes it so easy. You just have to be careful. And when I'm doing this, I'm actually raising up. I'm not angling it down. So I'm just kind of raising it up to help really assure that I'm not going to cut into the material, because this blade is a razor and it's can certainly puncture fabric. So when I get to the end of the seam, it's always reinforced, so you just be a little more careful there to take those stitches out, and there it is. So now I'm going to do the other one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now on the second leg that I took the hem out of, I need to measure oops, I need to measure 2¼ inches and put my pin right there. And then I'm going to next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off the excess. So I just simply lay it out, open it up, flip it over to where my pin is, measure 2¼ inches, and I use my chalk pencil right there, just a light mark. And the same thing right here, 2¼ and then I make sure my edges are even, and then I go in here and mark it. Use my scissors to trim this off. One down. Excuse me. One to go. You know, when you get experienced, you don't always do as much measuring and marking. I've learned over the years with my experience that I can remember that this right here is where I need to cut. So I'm just going to go right ahead and cut exactly the same amount off that I did on the other pant leg. Okay, so then next thing I do is I'm going to mark under here where my pin is a little darker so I can see it. Take that pin out, and now I'm going to fold it right on that chalk, line up line up the pressed what am I talking? The pressed pleat here, and then I can actually take my ruler measure this and get the length, which is 1½ and just start folding this down 1.5. You can double check to make sure. There's 1.5. Put a pin in. Lots of pins make work easy. Just keep going around. My eye has gotten trained to not have to measure every time, but once I get it pinned, I go back around and measure it just to be sure that I was accurate. Pin. And pin. And see, and now I'll go back around just to be sure. To adjust that just a tiny bit. I'll slide my ruler down there. It's just off a tiny bit. One and a half. Okay, now I'm going to do the other leg and I'll be right